healthy relationship between oil companies and their host communities is key in avoiding conflict. That's the message espoused in this town hall meeting organized by the Connected Development and Oxfam. Host communities of crude oil exploration companies such as Shell, Chevron, and Ajip in the Niger Delta make a call for increased government intervention on the incessant gas flaring, oil spillage, and environmental degradation of the Niger Delta. Ngozi Osai, a 64-year-old, is a woman leader at Obodogwa in Delta State. She travels miles to Lagos to engage government and other stakeholders in the conversation.
That smoke that is moving up the sky is disturbing. You can breathe in, it affects you, either headaches, all the other things. Is too much, and we are not benefiting anything. The land that we are using, drawing all this oil and all those things, it cannot produce much. So what we are trying to say, we say they should reduce the noise and take care of the community. We have a lot of children.
It has been the pollution, the half-hearted cleanups, the nature of community engagement, the divide and rule, even within community leadership structures.
The Department of Petroleum Resources is quick to announce that government is taking stiffer measures to ensure an end to indiscriminate gas flaring, which poses health hazards to the locals.
I think from all the discussion so far, I think what we need to take away from here is proper engagement, that there is need for proper engagement. There is need for transparency. We need to understand that once you have good flow of information between all the parties, between all the stakeholders, then it means you will be able to manage all the issues and all the conflicts that will arise from if you do things without letting the other party know what you are doing.
As the organizers of the event focus on conflict and fragility as a means of improving transparency and accountability in the oil and gas sector, they are advocating for the establishment of a federal government agency to take charge of the relationships between the oil companies and the host communities.
Planning these kinds of meetings or having these kinds of meetings is to see how all stakeholders will be, on board at the same level.
We can't be generating revenues from these communities and they're not benefiting from it. And over time, we've seen that there's been vandalization of some of our government infrastructure and private sector infrastructure in the Niger Delta region. And for us, we're saying that why is that fragility? Why is that conflict? And we saw that usually there is no conversation between host community with government, with civil society.
Mary Chinda for Plus TV Africa.